Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brian Ellis with realestate.brianellis.com. Thank you for being a part of this very special training presentation called A New Definition of Short Sale Fraud, the challenging new legal environment for real estate investors. Now, this is going to be a different type of presentation. It's going to be pretty short. We're going to be done in just a few minutes. This is a bulletin. We are not selling anything. We're not trying to push anything on you. I am just giving you information about what is going on in the real world out there that you need to be aware of because you are subject to the laws, the regulations, the policies that are promulgated by the federal government, and there has been a major change this week that you need to know about. So before we get started, here's the disclaimer. Number one, I am not an attorney and I am not licensed to give you legal advice. This information is for educational purposes only, and your attorney probably has no freaking clue about the information that you're about to hear. This is fresh information. Your attorney probably has no idea. So take notes so that you can give the source material that I'll provide to you to your attorney so that you can achieve maximum legal protection. And take note of this, ladies and gentlemen. If you are in the business of short sale flipping or transactional funding, you better pay attention to what you're about to hear. It's going to change your business profoundly. So let's get started. Short sale fraud. There has been an expanded definition of short payoff. That's the term that some mortgage lenders use for short sales. So there's been an expanded definition of short payoff fraud that has just been published by a major government agency this week. Now, this definition that has been updated this week absolutely, positively includes the popular ABC, or A to B and B to C, short sale flip strategy that has become so popular. Now, to investors out there, to you guys who like to use or are interested in the ABC flip strategy, the shift in policy that we're going to talk about has immediate and significant relevance to your business. Please, please, please pay close attention. This is new material, new information that didn't exist last week. Now, I happen to know that there are a whole lot of real estate gurus on the line listening right now. The guys who teach seminars and have courses and such. You guys are in a particularly important position. I encourage you to pay very close attention because you're going to need to get immediate legal counsel on this issue in order to make sure that your educational materials continue to maintain legal compliance with these new policies. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if at any point you get the impression that I am revealing this new strategy, or I'm sorry, this new policy, and that I'm doing that with a mind towards painting the real estate investment experts who teach short sale flips as one of their strategies, I am not slamming those guys at all. Short sale flipping has been a good strategy for a long time, a good ethical strategy. It still is, frankly. This new policy that you're going to hear about, just because it's a policy of the government doesn't mean it's reasonable. In fact, it's not. So I am not slamming anybody. If your guru has taught you how to do short sale flips, you know what? The fact is that laws change. Public policy changes on a very regular basis, and it affects all of us. So we're all in this together, guys. So let's just understand what's going on and make the best of it. Now, an ABC short sale. Here's a quick description so that we're all on the same page. You have a seller, we'll call them Party A. They owe $100,000 on a property that's worth about $80,000 if it were to be sold the conventional way. Okay? And right now, conventional means that it probably would have to be sold way, way, way less than you'd really like to sell it. So then we have a second party, an investor like me or you, who comes along and negotiates with the seller's lender to accept a short sale in the amount of $70,000. So you're basically just knocking off $10,000 for versus what the property is actually worth. Now, the lender accepts this $70,000 purchase offer, but the investor, that's you, that's me, in the typical scenario, we're not going to disclose to the lender that's doing the short sale that there's an outstanding offer between you and some other end buyer who's a third party for $95,000. So just to recap, you have a seller, You negotiate a short sale with that lender for $70,000. During the process of that negotiation, you probably are going to disclose in the form of your real estate purchase and sale contract that you have the right to resell that property. But you're not going to disclose that you probably already have a buyer lined up who has agreed to pay $95,000. That's the way this type of business is typically run. Now, the final part is that both of those transactions, the one where you acquire the property for 70 grand and the one where you sell it for 95 grand, both of those transactions happen on either the same day or subsequent days with you pocketing the net difference. Okay? That's the standard. That's the way it has been done for some time now. Now, the problem is that according to a new policy statement from Freddie Mac, this type of transaction is now considered short payoff fraud.